Alright guys, today we are working on this trailer hitch right here on a pressure wash trailer, and I didn't get a whole lot of details as far as a whole lot of what happened. I think it was just they left the jack down, wasn't paying attention, and it pulled this jack off. It broke the weld off here and kind of bent this thing over. This holds the battery for your breakaway switch. Is what engages your brakes. If it was to break away, you got this little thing here, it would pull out, and then this battery, if it's charged, it's supposed to engage the brakes on the trailer and make it stop so it don't go careening out across traffic. That's not good. It just kind of fell out. It's this little plastic base that holds this thing is all broke up. But hopefully it won't be a problem. Maybe the other three will be okay. Is that what it is? I need deep well. Alright, it'll start it. It'll be okay. It's metric. I had to go find another wrench. Cut it a little bit long. Hopefully you can hear me over the welding machine. I'm gonna cut it just a little bit long over here to about 8 1/4 so that it spans kind of the backside of this channel. So I'm tying it into the backside of this channel to make it kind of structural through these welds right here. So it's basically I'm kind of welding it to the back of this piece of channel, even though it's on the other side of the piece of plate, but that weld so close. It's basically the same thing. But I'm gonna overlap them here. I'm gonna weld it here and here. And then I'm going to weld on this side and on this side. Important, I probably need to put the jack in there before I do this, because afterwards I probably can't get the jack in there. So Hopefully I don't forget to put the jack in there first. Might do that now, just so I don't forget. Need to do a little grinding on it anyway. So I'll grind this off, and then I'm gonna stick the jack in there so I don't forget. Cause I'm bad about doing that. I'll do something, I'll stick that plate on there, I'll weld it, and I'll be so pissed. So pissed off. So I'm not gonna do that. Not today.
Nope.
Anytime I'm doing a jack, generally to position it, most of the times I like to put my jacks out here on the outside of the frame, just because they have a tendency to get broken off, especially when they're being used by companies. People break them off. So a lot of times I like to put them out here, but with this being a brand new trailer, I'm going to try to keep it stock. But what I do is I always use the jack itself to help me get it in position, which I've already got another jack up under it. This is how I took it off the truck. I used this railroad jack here to lift it off the truck so that until I got this jack mounted back on it. So what I'm going to do, instead of winding this thing out a whole bunch, I'm going to let down on my jack some to get it closer to where I want to mount it on this. So let me grab something to see. They had it on here like this, but to me, that sucks. So you gotta wind it left-handed. If it was me, I'd rather have it flip around over here and wind it right-handed. I guess it's a little tight in here. I guess I better keep it fatter. So if it was me, I'd do it the other way, but I don't guess it really matters. I'd do it this way. It's the way it was. They can always walk around on the other side if you want to do it right-handed. Problem I'm having right now is the foot on this jack is conflicting with the foot on the other jack that the trailer's currently sitting on. So that means I gotta get the pressure off this jack so I can get this jack in there. So what I'm gonna do is grab probably the skid steer. No, I don't want to do that because I can't get it in here. I'm gonna grab the other jack. No, not. I don't want to crank it there first. I'm gonna get some blocks. I'm gonna block it up. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna block it up.
There you go.
Grabbed my jack stands the other day. Came in handy. Alright guys, so I found my jack stands. Luckily I grabbed them the other day from my other shop and I brought them to this shop. I'm gonna be just dropping it down on this jack off this other jack. Alright, what I'm going to do guys is I'm going to back up and I'm going to put my little square line. A lot of times I just put my square here and I put it up against my square and then I just tack it off or something. But since it's down here in the middle, I'm going to get my square, I'm going to put a line on it so I can make sure I got it good and square when I tack it off. So I'm going to do that real quick. try to transfer these holes onto here and drill those before I weld this on there, because I ain't gonna be able to drill them once I get them on there. So let's see if I can't transfer them. I'm doing all this kind of right here because I don't want to take all these wiring and stuff loose. So I'm just gonna kind of eyeball this sucker about to the middle here. Looks pretty good. Now I just need to go get a drill and drill. Alright, so I pre-drilled them with this, I don't know, it looks like a 3/16. Same thing I was kind of marking out the holes with. Just something easy. I can push that 3/8 steel. Now I'm gonna upsize it a little bit. The bolts are, I don't know, there's something, they're metric, there's something like 1/4 or something, so I'm going to upsize them to about 5/16 so I don't have any alignment issues. Alright, before I put it on, I want to double check my alignment and make sure I can get all my bolts in it. Make sure I didn't screw up when I marked them out. They're so tight. But I think they all work. I can see through all of them. They all look like they're going to work just fine. So I think I'm happy with that. Probably going to open up these freaking holes in this stupid thing right here. I don't know if I can do that. No, I better not do that. But I need to. They're super tight. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and probably tack the jack into place, and then I'm going to plop that over the top just in case that jack sticks out just a little bit. I can just heat it up and I'll fill it with a weld. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn the weld machine on, then I'm going to tack this thing off. Alright. So I figured out why they didn't weld it. So I thought that this was going to come out to here because I wasn't paying any attention. That this is not a 2-inch gap, it's like a 2 or 3-inch gap, which is why they didn't weld this but on one side. So I think what I'm going to do to remedy this is just whack both ends off of this thing, and as long as that battery will still fit, I think it will. I'm just going to take the ends off of this, I'm just going to slide it down in between them, flush up against the jack. I think I can do that. Cut them short enough. So I think that's what I'm going to do. so I can still put that there. Everything will work fine. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna whack it down a little shorter and stick it in here so it's flush against here, and I can weld it here. So, but I already put my holes in it, so to keep my box center, I need to take a little off this side and a little off this side. And I'm about to find out how much a little is. I think it's 7 3/4 is what I need it to be, and it's 8 1/4 now, so I need to knock off 1/4 off of each inch. I mean, I need to knock 1/4 off of each side to give me, what I say, 7 3/4, right? Yeah. So, 1/4 off that in, 1/4 off that in, and I fixed it. I left my tape move. Found another. What I'm doing, I'm just wetting this side down over here as all the wires run down the frame on the inside over here on this side. So I'm just wetting it down so that it doesn't melt any of those wires or anything. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this 10 or 15 minutes to dry. Maybe not even that long, however long it takes to dry. I left it kind of warm so it can dry out, but I don't want it to stay wet because I want to paint it. So I wet it down enough that I hope it'll dry out here in just a second. While I'm waiting on it to dry out, I'm going to put my welding stuff up. As soon as I'm done with that, hopefully it's going to be dry, I'm going to paint it. And while I'm waiting on the paint to dry, I'm going to tackle these dents in this toolbox. See if I can knock that out. As soon as the paint's dry and I'm done with that, I can bolt this box back on, and then we clean up the truck and we're done. So that's where we're headed. Alright, so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take my railroad jack, I'm going to stick it down in here and see how much room I got. And I like to use a railroad jack for stuff like this because I can lay it sideways, and you can't do that with a hydraulic jack. But with this type jack, I can lay it in there sideways and I can push. I think I want to push this way first. Maybe. Take that back. I think I'm gonna push this way. Something like that. I may put a piece of steel or a piece of plate or something in between this jack, so I'm pushing on a larger area, and maybe it won't put so many dents in it, but I might push on it like this and see what it does first. Well, I'll be damned. Did pretty good. Now I'm push it on the side right here, and then I might do a little hammer work on it. Now I'm going to measure this and get me a board to stick in here so I can push on this thing. Need something about 30 inches long or so, maybe a little short. Alright, a piece of 6x6 will work good. We can stick it in there, and we got enough jack that we can make up the difference, and it'll spread our weight out real good on the other side so we don't poke another dent in the other side. So we'll stick this in there. While I got something flat behind it and some pressure on it, I might can kind of bone it and kind of just gently maybe straighten it out with a hammer a little.